Looked like sunshine, but felt like rain. Promised me pleasure, then put me through pain. Said you'd stay, then moved across town. And everywhere I look, you're nowhere around. And now you wanna come back like an angel in the night. Say you wanna come back home and make things right. You got to stop with these games you're playing. You've got to stop with these things you're saying. You've got to stop putting me through misery. Oh, you gotta stop it, girl. You gotta stop hurting me. An angel's face with a devilish grin led this poor boy to a life of sin. You're a queen of diamonds to my jack of hearts. And the way you played me, you tore the world apart. And now you wanna come back like an angel in the night. Say you wanna come back home and make it right. You got to stop with these games you're playing. Yes, you've got to stop with these things you're saying. You've got to stop putting me through misery. Oh, you've gotta stop it, girl. You've gotta stop hurting me. You've got to stop with these games you're playing. You've got to stop with these things you're saying. You've got to stop putting me through misery. Oh, you've got to stop it, girl. You've got to stop. Oh, you've got to stop. You've got to stop hurting me.
And again, good afternoon to you. You're tuned in to the Beat Music Blast right here on WIZS. Thank you for being a part of the program today and making WIZS your community voice. We have a special guest by way of a recorded phone line this morning. Cory Luetjen, how are you, my friend?
Man, I'm just doing excellent, especially all things considered. Very blessed and doing excellent this morning. Hopefully you're doing well too, Trey.
We are doing fantastic as well. Hey, again, you are Cory Luetjen of the Traveling Blues Band, and you just heard before we did this interview, Stop, which is based on what you just told me, 100% pure bluesy. So I think that is fantastic. So we kind of get you in that mood just a little bit before we got into our conversation. Before we go a little bit further, let's talk about that song.
Yeah, Trey. The thing is I love beach music and I enjoy that we're on that scene. But when I started the band, it's Cory Luetjen and the Traveling Blues Band. We wanted to play blues, and when we were just released an album called Just the Blue Notes, and we went up to the International Blues Challenge and competed up in Memphis, and made it to the semifinals. Turned a lot of heads, did a lot of good up there, and met a lot of industry people. And this song is what we closed the night with, and it left with standing ovations. And we just said, man, this is it. And we wanted to get really back to the blues on this last album. In the music industry in general, it's easy to get a little momentum going a certain way. You write a song that's kind of country-ish, and people start playing on a country station or get on a Spotify list, and you're like, well, maybe we should do some more country. Or in our case, it was, we kind of wrote a Motown type tune with Do It For Me a few years ago, and I ended up on a beach chart with John Hook. And so we kind of went down to that road, and we did that, and they're all good, and you need to grow as a musician. But I think what makes an artist is when you play what makes you. And for us, that's the blues. I mean, we are that. Even when we go to the beach, we say, "Oh, that's that beach band," but they're the blues beach band. You know what I mean? And that's us, and that's what it is. And so with this particular one, I like I guess I would call it progressive blues. I don't like just 12 bars all the time, and I enjoy them. But those Robert Cray type tunes, some of the Clapton stuff, where it's a little progressive, it perks your ear. The bass lines pull you in one direction, and something about drawing from real stories and real hurts. I think people draw into that. People can relate to that, and that's what I try to do. And stop just, man, I just sat down and, man, I wrote that in a living room one day, and it just kind of poured out like water coming out of the faucet, and played it for the guys in the band practice. I said, man, this is it right here, and put it all together. And I think it's probably one of the best blues tunes we've come up with yet.
Absolutely, and it's a great, great song, so thank us for letting us play it. Now, have you heard the song My Baby Just Loves to Shag on our station or on WIZS and the Beach Music Blast a numerous amount of times? And so you still have that, like you said, a beach music feel, beach music group, but I love that you're catering to what you love doing, and that's blues music. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. And I actually saw you on Facebook a couple of years ago now. It feels like I've known you forever. So thank you for spending just a few minutes of your time. Now, if by chance, I know we've sat down on our artist spotlight segment during myself and Feisty Brandy Lee, who I call in the morning time, but also my beach music show. But by chance, our listeners and our new listeners have not heard of Cory Luetjen and the Traveling Blues Band. Let's kind of tell you who you are and kind of sum it up that way.
We are on that beach scene, and we've had some hits on that beach charts. And here's the deal, I enjoy blues, and what's the old saying? The blues are all right. I listen to it when I'm happy, I listen to it when I'm sad, but I like to boogie and tap my foot and have a good time and enjoy the sunshine. And that's where those tunes like My Baby Loves to Shag and Crazy About a Saxophone, and I want to have a good time. I want to make sure my crowd has a good time. I want you to really be able to tap your foot, sing along, and have a good time with my band when we're in the house. I want you to know that you're going to have an entertaining show. And so I started this thing about 4 or 5 years ago, and I would say, Delbert McClinton was a huge influence. And my voice kind of fits. We do Roll the Dice and Monkey Around and a couple other deep cuts that people don't even know about that we just do. And it's just, for whatever reason, it fit me. I just like it. Maybe because I smoke cigars like he does. I don't know, Trey. But
next one is on me. Let me tell you that.
Yeah,
right
there you go.
That's right.
I don't know, but I just liked it and that feel. And we added the sax, and we kind of had that horn section feel like he does, and we just really enjoyed it. And the beach music thing, like I said, we had a small hit with "Do It For Me" was our first one. It was on John Hook's, and had all these beach clubs start calling, and man turned around and we said, well, hey, let's actually try to write a beach song. And that was My Baby Loves to Shag. And it shot up the charts and spent some number one on John Hook's chart, on some of the other 99.1, some of the other guys, for sure, that several charts. Pat Gwynn got ready to play. Of course, you guys played a lot of radio play. All the people that were in the beach community said, "Hey, who are these guys?" You know, I mean, 94.9 The Surf played it, and I got to talk to Mike Orley and all those guys. And so all of a sudden, we're now in this beach community. And I'm going to tell you what a great crowd of people and music lovers and fun lovers and people just want to have a good time. And so they matched up with what our band wants to do. We're based out of Asheboro, North Carolina. So, you know, we're 2.5 hours from the beach, 2.5 hours from the mountains. We're a regional act. We're one of those acts that plays, you know, probably too much. We play, you know, 250 to 300 shows a year. And we're all over Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, obviously the Myrtle Beach area, Tennessee. And we absolutely love what we do. And I'll tell you, we cannot thank you guys enough, radio stations like you, playing some of us, guys like me that, you know, people have kind of heard about, maybe haven't heard about. We're kind of one of those best kept secret bands. Once you hear us, you're like, how have we not heard about you guys yet? But it takes guys like you to spread a little sunshine to it. So we really do appreciate it, Trey.
Oh, absolutely. Again, Cory Luetjen of the Traveling Blues Band, should I say, joins me right here on the Beach Music Blast by way of a recorded phone line. Now, this other song that we have, we're going to play at the end of this interview, which is called "Love You Till Your Blues Are All Gone," which is what you said is crossover between blues and a beach music. Let's kind of talk to how this song came about, and we'll go from there.
Well, yeah. So the thing that made us, I guess, a quote unquote beach band is what we realized is a small formula, not to get too inside the numbers of the music, but that shuffle pattern that blues is known for, it really fits right into the shag. And to me, that I call it jump blues, and different people call it different things, but I just love, nothing gets my foot tapping more. If I'm driving down the road and one of those come on, my hands tap on a steering wheel like a jump blues. And that's, you know, I want to write one of those blues songs. So that's what we did. And we come down, and this one's got a lot of energy on it. It's got a lot of fun to it. And it's one of those deals too. I purposely wanted to make sure, instead of Stop is one of those down in the gutter, rip your heart out blues songs. This one's one of those, I'm happy that the blues are playing, I got my foot tapping blues songs. So I guess I had to balance out the record a little bit, but it's a fun one that we enjoy playing.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, if you can, let's introduce this new song for us.
Oh, absolutely. Guys, you're listening to "Love You Till Your Blues Are All Gone" like Cory Luetjen, the Traveling Blues Band. Enjoy.
What's the matter with you? I said, hey there, little baby, what's the matter with you? Come here, little baby, I'll take away your blues. Hey, baby, come on and tell me what's wrong. I said, hey now, little baby, come on and tell me what's wrong. I'm gonna love you, little baby, love you till your blues are all gone. Hey there, little baby, why don't you stay? I said, hey